Yo, Backyard Therapy, episode 18.
Hey.
Out here as the usual, Francois, St. Dior.
Yep.
Got special guest, Air.
Aaron, yes,
Big
yes.
Aaron.
Yeah, big L.
We talking about a few things that happened today.
Mm-hmm.
We can start it off by, as of the recording of the show, what happened today was we had some shootings, man. Shootings starting the show off like that.
What-
6 people.
What do you know about it?
What I know so far, and this is just knowledge that I've gained from our group chat on the way home.
Yes.
Is that 6 people were shot and killed
Yes.
today on, was it Jerome Avenue?
On Jerome Avenue, Chesapeake, right where Justin works, because I had to pass it. I was told, I heard mixed stories. There was a young kid that was injured. I saw one guy still alive, but I was told that they just got released and the police target them. That's one of the things I've been told, but it's not so who knows what it could be.
The police target who?
The dudes, because
Okay, so hold on.
yeah,
They just got.
Reel it back for a second.
Okay.
You said
they just got released.
You said who's they?
The people who's in the car.
So
Aside-
people were in the car and they got shot.
Yes, they got riddled in the car from the police.
How many people?
Oh, from the.
Oh, so it's from the police.
Yes,
So it's not what we've been led to believe. which is like-
exactly.
okay.
That's what I've been, the impression that I've been given, because of the amount of police officers trying to hide it. And I never saw something like 100 different people come out to try to figure what happened, car in the bush. Now, the reason, my theory is, and what I was told is that they probably do something. You know how police hate certain niggas. They just get released. They all click in the car. I think 5-6 niggas. They in a Honda. I wasn't there. I don't know if they try to escape or anything. If they had something on them, they didn't report that. But from what witnesses said, the police opened fire on them, and some died. There was a kid involved, and that's fucked up.
So you're saying that the police opened fire on this car and killed the 6 people inside? That's craziness.
I'm not sure if 6 died, but
No,
yes.
that's
Yeah,
a confirmed number.
That's confirmed number 6.
It's definitely 6.
Yes, the police killed 6 people today.
It's crazy.
Is this is police killing a normal thing? in
Not
Minnesota?
really.
Not necessarily.
You do have some instances. I remember back in like 2014, 2015, where we had like we call it like the summer of the police, because
Yo,
there was a lot of, you'd hear back-to-back stories of just people early in the morning, 4 a.m.
yeah.
They decide to rob some lady of her car, get in this big high-speed chase with the police, because the police would see, or someone would call them, so the police get in a high-speed chase. These
Yeah.
dudes drive, crash into some wall.
You know
They
that?
hop out the car, just start shooting at the police.
Yes.
And the police execute them.
I want to
Yeah,
tell the
yeah.
story about that.
That was happening multiple times at that point.
Even when he's in
But-
high school.
Yeah, it happened a few times in high school, but to say if it's normal,
No.
it's not a normal thing.
So what I've picked up on is, right. I mean, this a lot. What I've picked up on is, right. Same thing you say. If it's a simple traffic violation, these niggas have herb guns on them, and it would go better, in my opinion, if they would just be like, "Hey, this is that," because the instances that I see happen is, "Oh, they pull me over. It's time to run." And when this kind of like America, you run. I've literally been in a situation where I went to go buy like a 5. The police told me I could buy a 5. I pull up the corner. This nigga had the gun knocking on the side of the car. Bay. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they're in a position now where they have power and they just basically taking advantage of that. But if y'all just release these niggas, I don't care what they do. I ain't sure. But even if the consensus of people like, we know these dudes, these kids, they just get out today, why else shoot them? What's the reason you think?
If that is the scenario, I cannot imagine. It doesn't make any sense to me, honestly.
Well, Bahamian police, like, bro, they
I have another point after that. Yes.
they make such generalizations they make such generalizations when they look at just based on appearance.
Honda, rat tail, unkept dreads, a bunch of. I used to get away with it because I kind of like skin. I keep myself up, but they could tell. You look dirty. You look like you ain't into nothing, so they could profile on you in a Honda.
Yeah.
I'm a 60-year-old.
Which is what the fuck? What's up with that?
But 2 stories. My best friend Christoph. There's a pit bull that was loose around the yard in Donald 6 years ago. They called the police. You know what the police did? The police pulled up in their car, shoot the dog, and left.
Oh shit.
They shot the dog and left. And it's another.
So the pit bull was a terror or something? Like,
It just was out. And the neighbors probably got concerned and they put the dog down.
Well, you know, we don't really have like a solid means of animal control
Facts.
over there. Like,
But do you think they should have shot the dog? There's so much you could call the vets so they.
I mean, if the dog was just there minding its business, like being a dog, and they just pull up, then I'm like, no. But
never got out of the car.
if it's like terrorizing, like it's going around the neighborhood, you can't
Yes.
come out your house,
Yes.
and you're getting bite by it, or you know, it's just harassing people in the street. Even then, I don't think, unless the dog was straight up attacking them, I think that's the only way I would justify like a shooting of a dog, for sure.
Get a rock.
When
Yeah.
it's threatening people, but we have this trend where police they ain't scared, but they don't come out the car. They just try to figure what it is happening. They just have their gun ready. And the point that Andrew made, something that happened recently, there's a dude, I don't know if it's a hit and run, he's running from the police. He had something on him. He crashed. They crashed. Because, you know, they say crashing, they don't have insurance.
Yeah.
So, anytime, that's our money. Anytime police crash, it don't matter if it's a fender, they just take it to the pound, because my uncle worked there, get the new charger. These niggas followed the way to the graveyard. And these niggas riddle him. And the thing about police officers is, right, we shitty at aiming because we don't practice. But Andrew can tell you, there was months of headshots. Police literally headshotting people. Not about the body, not trying to incapacitate them. Straight headshots, execution styles, bro.
I even remember a couple of articles started to come out in the paper. It wasn't like no front page issue.
You know
maybe once or twice it might have been front page, but specifically I remember like, you know, it'd be on page like 5B or something, and then like, hey, you know, we noticed that the officers, they're not actually like, as you say, like lagging or wounding people so they could take them in and then do process. They're killing them on the spot. They're trying to be judge, jury, and executioner.
We don't know the training for that. They just go to police college, but then what I realized from talking to a police officer is someone went to school for forensic science to do that. Bro, she said she been there for years, and they was like, we didn't really need you, that ain't really a thing, we don't really have forensics like over that, so they put her somewhere else. And she has a degree inside that, and I think that's fucked up. That's why we dealing with all this shit. That's why people could get away with what's going on.
Yeah.
I do, yeah. From what I understand, their forensics department is very, very tiny,
small.
very small.
They have not updated it since I was in middle school.
Oh, that would just be terrible.
Let's be real, Andrew. If me or you, any of us was to kill someone right now, the CCTVs that they don't pay attention to, they could ping our phone and say it happened here. We get away with it if we clean up properly.
I don't think so.
You don't think we get away with it?
No.
Tell me why. Devil's advocate.
It's just too many. This is a small place, man.
Oh.
First and foremost.
My bad. Well, not here. Somewhere else.
Even then, I mean, I don't. You know, I watch a few like police.
Yeah.
Stuff on the internet. People don't get away too often with like murders. Like even if it's like 30 years down the road, like
they get catch.
the case will open back up. They'll find some evidence that wasn't found before.
Yeah.
Or dig further into it.
You speaking more of America over here?
I mean, in general.
Okay.
What were you speaking of?
I'm speaking about more over here. I know.
I think over here is worse because I've never, unless it's like some hidden statistic, how many people over here get away with like the common like homicide?
Well, let me speak about
To be
that.
honest, though, I do feel as though that's a relatively high number.
Yes, let me speak about that. You know why it's be sometimes in the hood and whatnot. I know niggas who on ankle braces now. Well, we say giving niggas bail, and then they flee the country to do the same shit again. We too lax with that. But I know a lot of niggas who kill niggas who I see out in public, and I don't know how they get away with it. But I don't really think that our government, our police officers, are fully equipped. That's why we just get the U.S. to help to analyze. Okay, shut down the crime scene. Let's get the black light. Let's get hair follicles. Let's run this through because our database and we don't have no real database.
I'm not gonna like.
No man, talk.
I'm trying to find my words.
Yeah.
It is. I'm not gonna say that. I don't agree. I'm not privy to.
Got you.
I'm not privy to like police systems and their processes.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna speak on like the CCTV and because I know
You see them.
I know I've seen articles of people getting locked up on the light because they see them, they watch the camera, watch them doing some illegal stuff,
Yep.
and then
When
they
play.
get caught down the road.
Yes.
But I honestly don't believe that a lot of crimes, a lot of homicides specifically, are not getting gotten away with over here. These dudes are caught. The reason they're back on the street, for the most part, is because they're caught. They will go to jail and they post the bail.
For real. Now let me elaborate more on that. You know why these niggas get catch? Because they just go tell. They just tell.
You sure, way?
But I mean, not to make it a thing. They just tell other people knowing niggas for hitters. So, that does eventually lead them in jail. But, say you take someone to someone secluded. You're falling off, da-da-da. It depends on how you commit the homicide. You could clean that up. And people will never know because we're on the island. Nigga think, oh, nigga going off to the island. And most niggas get niggas who they don't know to kill the dude to make it easier. So that way, it can't even be tied back to them.
I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
There are people who hire some kid to go and shoot you up, so they don't hold the heat for that.
Exactly.
If that person doesn't tell them.
So when they do forensics, they picking up someone totally different information once the money there. And I can kind of speak on it because my uncle is a police officer, and he been telling me this for years. We still on paperwork. We ain't update. Our system is the system is us. That's why a lot of people get released by mistake. That's why a lot of people be on bail off air after murder and shit. Is because we don't take crime seriously unless you're trying to make that quota.
I mean that's how it's set up. You know, unfortunately that's the rules, and I'm not gonna say rules, but that's how the law is set up for our system. You murder someone, you just post bail, and you get out like a couple days later.
And
it's ridiculous.
And then these niggas is kill niggas and brag about it. So I definitely gotta agree with you. It's a high percentage, but I know. Well, I'd say that there's a cabal of people that get shit done, and you'd never know.
Right.
I agree with that.
I'll agree to that. But to say like someone finds a body and then there's no one gonna be tied to that.
No. I agree with you.
The island we live on is way too small for that.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's nowhere you could put a body on this island where no one's not gonna find it. People always walking through the bush. You know how much You know how much times like people get killed and like left on the side of the road and people just find them in the bush like
Yeah,
the Haitian
and
would?
months later,
Not even months later. It's only be like a couple days.
a couple days later, right? But I agree with you at that point. So what's next on the list before we go too far?
Dante Wright. He was the young man who was killed on Sunday just passed
Mm-hmm.
in America in Mississippi.
Black man.
Yes, he's black.
What was the situation to inform our listeners?
I was supposed to watch the body cam, but I didn't.
Me-
But from what I
me too.
gather
Mhm.
about the situation is, it was I guess a traffic stop. This lady officer who was like a veteran of 25 years, I believe, she initiated the stop. I guess the young man got out of his car, and I think she was trying to arrest him or detain him, put him in cuffs, but he resisted. Kind of caught back in his car, drove off, and this lady officer, she pulled out her pistol and like shot once, bam, and the nigga drove like a couple blocks and crashed, and that's where I guess they had to get like medical aid for him. He was already done in at that point. But it caused protests of the likes of which we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are upset about it. I mean, rightly so, because this lady claims that she thought it was a stun gun. If you listen to the video, she even after she shot, boosh, she only shot one shot. It was not like doosh 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 as the nigga trying to get away.
Right.
It was only like one boosh, and she said after that, "Oh, I shot him."
Yeah, you can hear it very clearly
Yeah.
when she says it.
So that would have led me to believe that maybe she didn't intend to pull out her pistol and shoot it. Maybe she what she's saying is she intended to get her stun gun and shoot it.
Well, that is apparently what her intention was, and given that, even the question I would ask is like, do y'all think negligence is enough to prove or to get this lady off the hook?
Out of
No.
As an argument, is it just
and which particular situation is this?
We're still talking about
her
the same-
mistaking the gun
The gun
for
for
the
the stun
stun
gun.
gun?
No, I mean the overall story with the female with the stun gun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was talking to her mom.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What happened was
Yeah.
this guy, he pulled up to the traffic stop. The officer initiated, this officer lady of 25 years,
America.
right, in
Yes.
Mississippi. She
Ah.
told the guy to get out the car. He got out. I guess there was some disagreement, obviously, or something. Where the gentleman was just like, "Babe, I gotta get back in here." He kind of tried to get back in his car.
Yeah.
They were restraining him, but he got in. Boom, started up. He started to drive off, and she pulled out a pistol. It's like boom,
She's not supposed to do that.
shot one shot,
Uh-huh.
hit him.
Wow.
The dude drove down the street, couple blocks, and then he crashed, and that's where they had to get medical aid to assist him. But he passed away from that.
Did the
big-
gunshot kill him?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't. Well,
Uh-huh. Well,
This is not the crash.
no, it wasn't the crash. The gun, the shot,
He
and
probably-
the effects of
yeah.
the shot. That's what did it.
succumb to blood loss,
Mhm.
trauma, and all that.
Mm.
So,
Very un-
what was her reasoning for shooting him instead of calling it in? She has this body cam, license plate number. What's the issue?
I don't know. You gonna say something?
I think it's the. I think it's the perception of resisting arrest, because it's like whenever you can say that, oh, you're resisting arrest, that gives
yes.
you the ability to automatically be
Yeah.
Did
in charge in the situation.
did he resist arrest?
Yeah.
What did he get pulled over for?
I think it was just a routine traffic stop.
So he was not the this. He was doing the whole sober nation type thing.
The what?
The like, I know my rights. I don't need to come over here and do nothing wrong. Was he doing that?
I'm not sure. I don't think the video revealed all that. I think it was just from the
They
point
might not
of-
put that out. But sorry to hear that. We really need to stop. A stun gun would have worked. Call for backup. You shot that man.
Well, that's the big controversy.
Uh-huh.
People are saying like, why didn't you just use the stun gun? You know, why? She said, hey, I thought it was. Thought I was using the stun gun.
No.
But
No.
From what I understand of like stun gun technology, even from like a few years ago,
Yes.
it's not just pull out pop. It's
not.
I think there's like 2 triggers on it.
Exactly.
There's a little procedure you have to go through to fire off a stun gun. So, and even so,
But-
like I was discussing with Aaron, and I'll let you speak in a second. And I
Yeah.
was discussing with Aaron the other day. When you she's a veteran of 25 years, but I'm just putting that out there.
Yes.
You know, when you pick up something, I assume, and these things, people made these things intelligently, but I'm assuming that when you pick up your service revolver or your service pistol,
Yes.
there's obviously gonna be a different feel and weight and how it feels in the hand.
That's exactly what it's going to get into.
Now you can make the other argument that maybe she like you can get caught up in the moment and it's just reach pound.
The benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
But whatever. But Andrew, you notice, like you were saying, 25 years in, you know the weight of an actual gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a holster, completely in a different part than the stun gun. The stun gun is light. Like you say, you need to do it a specific weight. So it's like, I really ain't hearing the fact that she thought, how old is she?
I think this lady is between like 45 and 50 something though.
She need to retire.
She older. She in jail now. You know, retirement. She
Well-
she resigned.
She resigned.
She resigned.
Well, she
after
had
the
to.
fact. Right?
And
You know they try to put them on like
Yeah,
administrative leave,
yeah, make,
but they still paying them.
Fuck them, babe.
I hate that. Dude. Why are you doing that? Why are you still paying these people that's like go around killing
people.
others? Way?
And they under witness protection, and they also getting paid for no work.
The
So-
pay part is really bothering me. I mean,
Me too.
I understand like witness protection because you got to do the processes.
Yeah, and
you
be
know,
safe.
The court procedure and stuff.
Yes.
Fine. Stop paying these people, babe. When they doing that.
Do a
Am
cut.
I wrong for believing that, Aaron?
I don't
And
know.
because you facing a trial.
Not at all.
Any other man that's not a police officer that's facing a trial will be fired. They ain't being on.
They ain't getting paid from their
they ain't
job.
getting paid
Like,
from
oh,
that.
their job still paying them in jail.
some jail money, though. Come on, babe.
No,
But that's messed up. Hopefully we get some more justice for him. So, what's next on this, man?
I'm not right here. Bad handwriting. So there was an incident that happened in December, but the videos and stories are just coming out about it now. It's a army lieutenant. There's a video. I saw the video of the army lieutenant who was like pulled over at the gas station, and the police pulled up on him because they said he was driving his car without like a back license plate, but it was like a brand new SUV, and he had his temporary licensing thingy on
Yeah.
like hanging down.
Right.
So if you could have looked properly, you could have seen it. But they were already out there, like, you know, guns drawn. Oh, get out your car! And the dude was like, he was so like chill about it. I mean, not chill, but you could tell he was a little bit, you know, upset. But he wasn't like carrying on like, oh, police, you know, why? You know, the most I thought he said was like, you know, I can't believe y'all doing this. Like, I actively serve this country. Like, what you doing this for?
And he was very, very respectful.
He was very respectful.
Calm about it.
And you know, this big fat nigga. I call him a nigga because he was a nigga. A big fat
Yeah,
nigga, just like,
yeah.
oh, you're holding this gun, like, oh, get out, you know. And then he like took out his pepper spray. like, yeah, like spraying the dude, and the dude was like, he was toting that pepper spray. Like, I ain't lying.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah,
hard way.
thank you.
That
He's
was
toting
real
that
all
way.
up in
I
the
hate them. I
eye.
hate
So-
them type of niggas. man.
Eventually, they like forced him out, put him to the floor, handcuff him. But they were in the wrong. As I mentioned, he had the temporary licensing in the rear view, so he's suing the city and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe he already won that case. But
Yeah, because they can settle out of court.
Yeah.
I
For
mean,
sure.
this he's like Middle Eastern mixed with black. I believe.
That make it even more difficult.
So, do you think that would have happened to like some white guy?
If it was some white guy, I think it would have got done much quicker.
What do you mean? What do you mean done much quicker? You mean they would have been? What do you mean?
Okay, what did you mean specifically?
I'm saying like, what if it was a white guy who was the army lieutenant who was pulled over by the police and the police were
Oh,
accosting him? What do you think?
he would not have been accosted.
Mm.
If he's a white man, I've seen this. Once they ask you questions, so what do you do? Oh, I was a vet. You was a vet? Don't worry about this. Take
Yeah.
this back.
Yeah.
Because you
the
serve the country.
You help us.
Because police officers respect veterans much more because they know what sacrifice they had to do. If that was a white man, that nigga was going about his business, dog.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean they probably would have given him something like, hey,
You straight?
You need me to fill up the tank?
I know, right? You
You
straight?
know?
You went right to the fucking office to check it out.
Some bread,
But
lobster,
that's nuts. We really need to stop this racism shit that's been prevalent for so long, man.
I mean, but honestly, I think just a lot of radical stuff has gotta happen. Like something's
Definitely.
gotta happen. Something's gotta be either this is gonna keep going on until
A boiling point.
well, I guess some sort of black revolution that's an actual revolution, like a we taking fucking heads revolution.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I don't, because it's not changing.
It's not.
It's not.
So
Mm.
so it's not on the list.
Well, the last point, which is we have, I saw the article myself. Apparently, 45% of Americans,
46.
46, my bad.
Yeah, you're straight.
they approve of Dwayne the Rock Johnson
Running for president.
running for president.
Now, Joe Biden has been speaking about this for months. And he was like, everybody loves The Rock. He's biracial, he's Samoan, so he could pass off as white and black. You know what I mean? He's been acting for years. He's pretty much, I think, the #1 paid actor in the world right now, based on all them franchises.
You gotta be, man.
And he's
You-
popular.
If he's not, he's close to it.
He's close to it. He's a family man. He's work out. He may do steroids, whatever. But he's always positive, being positive.
Yeah.
Now, just because people love The Rock and he's a celebrity, please, we don't know this man policies. We don't know how the fuck this man can run. 46%. Andrew, if this nigga run, he could win. He's going to win.
I am of the belief. I do strongly believe that may be the case because we slipping into this nasty culture in America. Not we. America
Yes.
seems like to be slipping into this nasty culture.
Celebrities,
It's like China's Alexa, like celebrities, man. Why are we doing that?
It's global now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
global
You know what
now.
I think? Someone said that they should now allow people to have some sort of political background, some years in Senate before they should be able to run for president.
I think it's baffling that hasn't
Been the
been
case?
the case
Yeah.
thus far.
There could
That's
be
crazy.
that could be a loophole. I actually gotta look that up.
It is. Look at Trump. This nigga don't have no background in politics. He's a TV personality.
Yeah.
So and people hate Trump or love him for MAGA. Imagine The Rock as president, boy.
I could see it.
I could see
I-
it.
I see it happening. I just gotta wait to see what policies policies he's going to present
That's if he decides.
if he decides.
He
But
seems to be. A
he
decent
made like
dude.
the reason why I even brought this up is because he made like 3 posts saying long post paragraphs saying when you nice suit saying yeah man like I'm the man for the job 46% of y'all want me to do this I might could do it and whatnot and I'm like boy you could do it but I need to know these policies dog I need to know what you're running on and I don't know because I've been told that he's more on the conservative side more than the Democrat side because he's in that bracket. So it's like, what will The Rock do?
I don't think he would survive without the the Dems.
Yeah, because unfortunately, we see him as black, and he had add to the agenda.
Yeah.
But
You better.
What do you feel, Francois, before you wrap up?
I mean, like you say,
The Rock, babe.
everybody loves The Rock, babe. And each of his Facebook posts, I used to follow the dude on Facebook, but it got too much for me.
Yeah,
Like every day, not even
Yeah.
every day, like every 3 hours is just like
fuck
a
that.
long post of him like in the gym
Jim,
beating it dead.
yeah.
Niggas already a roided monster, and some positivity like you can do it, go out there.
You can do it. Listen to me.
Which is fine, but it's too much for me, way.
I follow him on Instagram and that's taken stride. That's why I know about all this.
Yes. So people like him, but I do think our better choice, not ours, their better choice for elected officials would be people who have like a little bit of years experience. Now, if The Rock starts like diving into politics now and takes like a little while, maybe become the mayor of his little area and then come up from there.
Or at least take a course.
But he can need more than the cost. They can need to go through certain training because they be getting like information that they can't tell nobody.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this Rock situation fucking develops. Once again, R.I.P. to DMX, Prince Philip and his bitch ass dad. Prayers up for the family. Anything else you guys want to say before we sign up?
Nope.
All right. Thank you for our special guest.
Yeah, babe. Thanks for
Our boy Aaron.
No problem.
Thanks a lot.
It's your boy Saint Dior.
Yes, it's Francois.
It's a Backyard Therapy podcast. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, we're out.